too excited. This is not the entrance to a mine.
This was blasted into the rock by a ranching family called the Fredericks, and this was used for cold storage. It would keep all of their goods at a constant temperature. Yeah, it goes around the corner. I don't know how big it is.
Yeah,
Now they're still farming the area today.
So there's a, oh no, this is bolted shut now. They use some lags to go through here. I thought it still, so I'll say maybe they actually still use it, but.
No, it's been bolted shut because of vandals and loads of carvings. But it makes you wonder though, if they blew this open back in the, 1930s, how many names did they destroy?
Right.
So one of the main reasons why they stopped here, the pioneers stopped here, was they had plenty of water from the Platte River, and also the area had lush grass, so they could let all their livestock feed for the next 1,000-mile journey.
Right.
And unfortunately, a lot of them didn't make it. They died of disease and everything. In fact, there is a carving by a young guy. He was 19 years old, and he was travelling to the California goldfields in 1850. His name was, now I don't know whether or not I'm going to pronounce this correctly, so forgive me, Alva H. Unthank. And he was here, he carved his name in the rocks, and unfortunately died of cholera.
Oh.
And is buried in the graveyard here.
Yeah, and looking at this, you think, oh, this is a much higher concentrations of names than on Independence Rock. The one caveat to that is a lot of these are modern. And they have, unfortunately, carved their names over the top of or right next to, in the way of some of the older ones.
Yeah, there were 700 names from the pioneer era, and the earliest carving was from 1797 and another in 1829, and they believed that they were mountain men or fur traders. But also over the years, the soldiers from Fort Laramie, they carved their names, ranchers, cowboys. The sad thing is though, there used to be pictographs and petroglyphs here from the Native Americans.
Yeah.
And they no longer exist because of the flood of white man names, I guess, for the want of a better expression. So those are totally destroyed. You could spend hours here looking for them.
And not find them all or look right past them, because some of them are really faint as well.
Wouldn't it be great if you could find the one from 1797?
Yeah.
But probably somebody has carved their name over the top of it, which is a shame. So this, I believe, is the grave of Alvar. There were many graves here. You can't really make out lots of them though, which is sad. And they shall remain nameless.
You can see all these nests up in the rock. We think they're either swifts or swallows or eagles or crows or penguins' nests. One of them live in those.
I think they're swifts or swallows. But I'm sure somebody will tell us.
Yep. Oops. Look at just all of the amount of names on here.
Yeah, unfortunately most of them are fairly new or modern. Well, 70s.
70s, 80s. Oops, watch out for the rocks.
So they used to stop here, one because of the river, And also because of the meadows that they could graze their livestock.
Yeah.
And a store was built in 1850, a supply store to help them. And later it became a Pony Express station, because this was also part of the Pony Express route.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, we got here in 1878, James Guinea, Janine, Nikki, Angie. I don't know if that's
I don't think
genuine.
And I think maybe they carved their name over something else, somebody else's.
Then
Same
here,
with this one.
Oregon Wagon Train, Tex, 1889.
Oh, look. Is that a 9 that's been changed into an 8?
Yeah, see, that's the sad part. You don't know how many of these are legitimate and how many are people just playing around. Or, like you said, maybe changing a legitimate one to something else.
And it continues on.
Here we are at the end of the path, and this whole area has been fenced off because this is where the majority of some of the older dates are, and they are trying to protect them. There's people still have gotten in and carved over a few, but there are some pretty, and as you can see here, I mean, it's the weathering. These are taking a beating, so these will not be here for that much longer.
There's one up here, J.W. Robb, 1857, US Post. Now, would that be US?
I think posted at one of the forts along the route? Or?
Possibly. This is pretty amazing though, isn't it?
This is, all these...
And you can see that beautiful handwriting up there. That would have been one of the older ones. Unfortunately, people have again carved over the top of it. 1851.
Gantley or something?
Chandler.
Does it say Chandler?
Chandler, yeah, C. Chandler. And then above that it says 1851. And then up here, C.J. Johnson, Ludlow. Is that
Pennsylvania?
Age 34. (1903). These have just really weathered out.
Yeah, you can see, you can't really tell through the fence. But these are getting a lot of wear. WLW 1938.
1858. Million E. Milton Estes, 1858 or 1898. So there's quite a few 1800s in here.
And you can also tell a lot of the dates by looking at the actual writing itself, the text. The older ones are very, precise. They took their time. Not
1864.
Like the chicken scratch of today.
Yeah, this one's really ornate. I can't make out what it says. S. Simon, something or other, Ohio. May 26, 1850.
Yet another historical monument that marks the exact path of the early pioneers that made their way out west.
Yeah, travelling over 2,000 miles across lands unknown, going through all weathers, having to deal with disease, birth.
And the absolute unknown. Nobody knew what waited over the next hill.
A famine.
Yeah. And if any of you have any family or ties that go back to the Oregon Trail, Mormon Trail, or Californian Trail, we would love to know about it.
Yeah, put a comment down below. And on that note, get out there, go and explore, put another pin in the atlas, and we will see you on our next adventure. Bye.